Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Derek Newman and I do anything from vlogging to traveling videos to reviews on food and technology and places, destinations, anything that really just piques my interest. Today I'm going to be bringing you the first look at Panasonic's new cinema camera, the EVA-1. It was released on June 2nd, which is today, when I'm recording this, and I'm going to be putting this out there for you guys to take a look at. It's going to be in two separate parts, kind of intermingled. We're going to first look at my experience at Cinegear Expo, where this happened. And we're going to transition to more of a in-depth view of the Panasonic camera. Now, if you haven't been here before and you would like to continue to watch my videos, I highly suggest to hit that subscribe button down below, or just give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's get on to the video. So they are launching a new camera today for cinematography. It's all wrapped up in a shroud. You don't know what it is, but I have a feeling it's going to be a contender to that C200, Canon C200, or even the Sony cameras. But they're doing the event right now, so we got to book it over. But then again, I'm also hungry, so I don't know what to do. Okay, so I just came back to the Panasonic booth, and they just launched a brand new cinema camera. Let's go see what it's all about. Okay, so we just took a look at the new Panasonic cinema camera. Great camera. I just talked to a rep, and he was saying that nothing is really set in stone. It's like a soft release. It's gonna be available in the fall for under $8,000. Everything seems to be really hush-hush. Kind of reminds me of the GH5 release, where they kind of did a pre-release in February and then released the actual camera at NAB. Anyway, guys, that's all I have. I'll give you guys an update if I find anything else. That's about it. Okay, guys, so we are back at my apartment from Cinegear Expo 2017, and I was able to get a chance to dive down into the EVA-1 specs and details. I was able to talk to a representative. I was able to extract a little bit more information out, as well as read a couple of blogs, online about the camera, those specific companies that got the first look with the camera. And I have to say, what I'm reading is really, really cool. So starting out with the body and ergonomics, it's going to be 1.2 kilograms, or about 2.6 pounds, I believe. And it's going to have 2 XLR inputs built into the body, unlike some cameras where it's on the handle. Moving on, we're going to have HDMI and SDI 4K out for your broadcasting as well as external recording. The dimensions are going to be 6.69 by 5.31 by 5.23, so that is length, height, and width in that order. You're going to see a screen probably right now that's going to have most of these bullet points on there. It's going to have built-in ND filters in addition to all of the buttons and things like that you're going to need to operate this camera for white balance, ISO, audio levels, and so on and so forth. You know, the basic cinema buttons and stuff like that. It has a LCD touch display, or LCD display. We don't know if it's touch actually. I don't know if it's touch actually, but that's the only thing on there. No EVF. For some reason they decided not to put an EVF on there. Super weird. But as I was talking to one of the representatives, he was saying that they didn't want to put an EVF on there to make the camera heavier or compromise the design. If you imagine a box like this iPad, usually the EVF's on the back, so you're like this, or kind of like that, right? And the lens is over here. But they decided that they didn't want to do that to make it heavy, not make it heavier or something like that. I don't know. So anyway, they don't have an EVF on there, but they do have an LCD display with a proprietary cable connection, so you can't use another type of monitor just yet. Yeah, we don't know if it's touch display, but you can mount that on the camera in different places. So they said that the LCD should be as good or better than an EVF. Moving on to the sensor and all the capabilities inside the camera, it is a 5.7K sensor. So super 35mm, 5.7K, really great readout. It's gonna have a lot of dynamic range. It's gonna be able to shoot 4K 10-bit 422 internal, 4K 60, 4K 30, 4K 24, and then something super slow motion is going to be at 2.7K, or 2K at 240 frames per second. Now, like I mentioned in the video that you saw with me actually at Cine Expo, there wasn't a lot of information on this camera. You know, it's just the basic specs, what it can do, and you know, like basics of the basics. Like I said, it reminds me of the GH5 launch. It really does. Moving on, the sensor is going to have some kind of electronic image stabilization as far as I was told. I don't know how it's going to be implemented. We have a mechanical IBIS system in the GH5. I don't think they're going to go that route with this cinema camera. They're going to keep it electronic, so we'll see how that works. And they're going to have an autofocusing system in this. Now, an autofocus system to beat is going to be the Canon C200, the Canon C100 Mark II, and the Canon C300 with that dual pixel autofocus. That camera has amazing autofocus. I have to say, I tried out the Canon C200 today, and boy, was it awesome. It blew my mind for sure. Other things about this, it's going to have IR cut in and out and time code in and out. It's going to be able to do V-Log, V-Gamut, and then Variocolor LUTs, or gamuts, or logs, however you want to call it. Variocolor. That's a company that specializes in colors. I guess it's cameras as well. I'm not too familiar with them, but hey, the more you put in it, the better, the more we like, right? So that's a positive. Now, just looking at my notes, guys, sorry, I keep on looking down. And then what we also don't know is what kind of SD cards you're going to need, and then what kind of external recorder you're going to need for that promised 5.7K RAW out. So they are saying they're going to be able to do 5.7K footage RAW out, but we don't know what that means, who they're partnering up with, things like that. If you want to see more videos about Cinegear Expo 2017 later this week, hit that subscribe and hit the bell, because I will be doing a couple more videos on my experience, one vlog style and one my favorite gear that I saw. And if you guys like this video and it gave you some insight on this new camera, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and peace.